Hey! Hey, everybody. Oh, that's a bed sheet. Hey, everybody. It's Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. You piece of shit. You're just an awful human being over here. How are we doing today? Hey, everybody. It's your boy, Tyler McVicker, the Passionate Gamer. Your friendly neighborhood hype merchant. Back at it again with some more bullshit. I look way better. I'm getting better. Thank you for asking. How are we doing today? It's been a little bit, and some stuff has happened. Unfortunately, it does not seem like good stuff. Did I get a haircut? Yes, I did. Thank you. Lost some weight. 25 pounds because I got mono. I'm a sack tier with the sub. Valve News Cookie, thank you so much. 29 months, tier 1 sack tier. And then also Sharps is here with the 5 months Twitch Prime. And then, yes, so we're caught up. What's mono? Mononucleosis, aka the Epstein-Barr virus. I likely got it in Disney World, and I have been on my ass for like 3 weeks. Portal Person, is it gonna read? Nope. Okay, Portal Person, 99, 73 months. 73 months from Portal Person 99. Oh. Yeah, the big PP has been subbed for 73, excuse me, 73 months. And we've also got Keith, GDR, and Beanie Boy _ with the new Twitch follows. I really appreciate it. Your voice sounds way better than last stream. I appreciate it. I don't, oh, it didn't show your name. It's Titanium _ 32 months Twitch Prime. Thank you so much. And then Passini Cheeky with the new follow. Potato 79, 14 months. Hi. I'm getting there. Not really. Thankfully, it's been quite quiet. Kane Carteris, thank you for the 22 months tier 1. And then, of course, Potato 79 is 14 months. Dom TV, 7 months Twitch Prime. There he is. There's Dom TV. Yeah. So a lot has happened for Tyler McVicker. Land Muncher, $10. Thank you so much. I'm not fully recovered. I am very tired, and that is the last thing that kind of stays and will stay for the next 3 to 6 months. At least one arm and 2 legs. Hasselhoff with the 13 months Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for all of the support. Land Muncher, of course, thank you so much for the $10. 50 months from Crackhead Jones. Hi, it's me. I'm Mr. Hair Grease. Hi, Mr. Crackhead Jones, a.k.a. Audrey. Thank you so much for the 50 months on Twitch Prime. Tyler, do you know about Kane Parsons and the Backrooms? I do. I know of the Backrooms. I love the concept. I like the concept of the Backrooms. I have played some Backrooms video games. Pools was one of them. And then I don't remember what the other ones were, but I've played a few. And I've not actually watched any, like, a whole lot of, like, Backrooms YouTube content before. I'd rather, I feel like it's cooler as a video game. I am interested in the movie. I know Kane is the person behind, like, the main series and also the A24 movie. And I have heard that this person is a massive Portal fan. And I guess it was news that work on the movie had been delayed because Kane was busy watching the HLX waiting room streams back in November. This is the Backrooms movie update Twitter account. My buddy Dylan showed me about this. This was back in November. Development on the Backrooms from Kane's end has been put briefly on hold for an hour out of possibility of an announcement for Valve today, including the potential of HLX. Kane is currently watching the Tyler McVicker stream like many other fans. I'm currently paused at work to monitor the potential Valve announcement today. Are you watching the Tyler McVicker? Yeah, Lamel. So that's pretty cool. I don't want to like act like I've been like a big fan of this person. I know very, very little about this person, but it's cool. You know, that's pretty cool. I'm probably going to see the movie. I kind of limit my like outside as much, like, because, you know, I don't know. I'm not I go to the gym. I'm not contagious anymore, but like, you know, who's this person? The Backrooms person. How many cinema trips have you done lately? It's been a long time since I've gone to the movies, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. So Steam Workshop UI update is out of beta. That's cool. Yeah, that's not really what we're here for today. I'm sure you're aware as to what happened. I will go over here. So, the Steam Deck got a price hike. It got a massive price. This is more than just your average price hike. It got a dramatic price hike. Like, this is bad. This is really, really bad. The 1 terabyte Steam Deck OLED is now $949 USD. To put that into perspective, it used to be $649. It's gone up $300. And this one has gone up from $549 to $789, about 200 some. That's bad. That's really bad. Some people are saying, oh, well, they're just taking it's okay. So, well, here's what's happening. They're raising the price of the Steam Deck so that they can, you know, kind of recoup the margins of the Steam machine. You know, the Steam machine will be lower priced and we're just going to have to make the Steam Deck higher priced. No. No, not even a little bit. That's not how this is going to work. That's not how this is going to work. Andromeda 42442 with the 37 months tier Twitch Prime. Nice haircut. Timebler McVicker. Thank you so much. Yeah, so the Steam machine is absolutely going to be $899, if not more. The Steam frame is going to be $999, if not more. They aren't adjusting margins on one item, on one product, to then have a different profit margin of a different item. That's not going to happen because that, first of all, it makes no goddamn sense because if a new item comes out, a new product comes out, you're going to be selling much more volume much faster of that new item than the older item. People already bought the Steam Deck for the most, and you know, even if that was what they were thinking, it wouldn't work, and they're much, much smarter than we are. The Steam machine and the Steam frame are going to be very expensive. Jade Bomb, new Twitch Prime, thank you so much. I am very comfortable just saying, this is a prediction. I have nobody like whispering in my ear a price. $899 Steam machine, $999 Steam frame. I think that'll end up being it. I think the Steam machine will be $899, and I think the Steam frame will be $1,000. And I also think that the $899 Steam machine is going to be the lower end one. So like in terms of like lower, I think there will be different models of the Steam machine. There seems to be some confirmation on the idea that there will be different models of the Steam machine. But the lowest, like low tier of the Steam machine is going to be $899. And so that's going to be with the lowest amount of RAM and the lowest storage, right? Wickle 7 with the tier 1, 6 months. Yeah, sorry, I don't control the ads. I appreciate the subscription though. So how many tiers do you expect? Probably like 3 or 4, but more like there'll be 2 editions of the Steam machine, and then one of them will have a controller. Like 2 of them will come with a controller, 2 of them won't come with a controller, and like you can add $80 to the price for the controller. You know what I mean? I was thinking $699 before. No, it's gonna be way more than that. HLX delayed due to Steam hardware snafu. What's your gut? Well, my gut is that, yes, the HLX stuff is kind of not necessarily on hold, but the whole idea of what they were trying to do is completely out the window. Danielle Lion Arts, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. I don't think that it's going... I think the original idea was to ship the Steam machine and HLX at the same time. I think that shit was supposed to happen by now. But it's not, and they're now at a situation where it's not going to be related at all. Excuse me. So I think that means, I mean, like, it's Half-Life and it's Valve, which means that it's never truly done, the game. And so any extra time they can take working on something, they're going to take it, especially when it comes from software. So if the hardware team came to them and was like, we're not done. So it's abundantly clear now, because we were kind of speculating on exactly what the hell happened earlier. In that a lot of people, including myself, were like, oh, Blue Azul with the new Twitch Prime, thank you so much. A lot of people were like, well, they're probably going to be able to ship like 10,000 units of the Steam Machine and the Steam Frame. They probably have their contracts good for the first like 6 months of manufacturing, but they're more trying not to have to like ship something at $5.99, ship through their first 10K, and then have to double the price. Maybe they're trying to find a middle ground. Maybe they're trying to extend their contracts. It's abundantly clear now they had no RAM contracts. It is abundantly clear that when they announced the Steam Machine in November, they did not have component contracts at scale. They did not have much in terms of planning for the internal component parts. Because things would have happened right now if they were more prepared for eventual instability within the market itself. And this price hike, this massive new price hike on the Steam Deck, tells me it tells me that they were just as blindsided by the price hikes on component parts as the consumer. That's exactly what it tells me. Sorry, but that's kind of where, unless the stuff still wasn't finalized, which, yeah, that means it wasn't, right? That means when they announced the Steam Machine, they were showing us a component prototype without final parts. And I don't know if they said that directly, but the Steam Machine design from November until now has slightly changed. They don't have nailed down parts when it comes to RAM and storage. They just don't. And so, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it. And now we're living in a world where Anthropic just turned their first profitable quarter. So I don't know what the fuck's going to happen. And I've given up. I've given up entirely, and I don't care anymore. What are you going to do? It's all just creative accounting? Right. With what? What do you mean? Could HLX still be 2026? Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. But, like, whatever they were planning on doing in order to be able to, like, entice customers to the Steam Machine is no longer on the table at all. Like, it completely decoupled. They have nothing to do with each other. And I think the Steam Machine, the Steam hardware team themselves kind of just wants to move on. Like, obviously they want to ship this shit, but they do understand, looking at the state of the industry, that they're not going to achieve what they wanted to achieve. And this time it's not at all their fault. You know what I mean? The last time they tried to do the Steam Machine, it was absolutely their fault. Now it's not, but I would bet dollars to donuts that the Steam Machine team, the Steam hardware team right now is like, by the time they finally get it out at a decent price, it'll be obsolete. You know what I mean? Like, they could build a better Steam Machine. And you got to remember, the Steam hardware was already going through delays, even before the price hikes from AI. Right? There was already problems internally when it came to sourcing components due to the early 2025 tariffs, like the what was it called? Like Freedom Day that Trump called it, with like that the board with all the countries and the tariffs and all that. That was also fucking with the sourcing of components and manufacturing the Steam Frame specifically. And then once that came together, then Liberation Day, thank you. And once that came together, then things seemed like they were kind of, but then the AI thing in November took a massive spike, and then they were trying to come up from that. And now you have the price of oil going through the roof because of things going on in the Middle East. It's a terrible situation for computer components right now at all, right? because again, like the shock that exists from the like 1/3 or whatever it is of the oil that's trying to get through there is going to have a knock-on effect on everything. And so even if they solve it in the short term, it's still going to be a nightmare long term. Okay. I think we know who to blame. You can't really put the blame on one person in particular. Obviously, if you want to do that, that's fine. I can't stop you. But it's a knock-on effect from many different parts of the world coming together and just kind of trying to keep the grift going as long as possible. Because, like, you got to remember, the economy is shit if you didn't have AI growth. Without AI growth, we are deep in a recession. But all of I'm talking about the American economy. But if you talk about the growth of the American economy, how the Dow is hitting record highs, how the stock market doesn't seem to be faltering at all by the state of just normal individuals, that's because there's all of this money being washed around in the AI industry, right? But that can only happen if the government wants it to continue to happen, if the stock market wants it to happen. It's not just the AI companies being this ultimate evil that's destroying everything. It's the fact that all of the people in power, even outside of the AI companies, look at it and go, okay, yeah, fine, we'll do that, yes. Do you know what I mean? All bubbles pop eventually, either violently or slowly. Yeah, unfortunately, we're looking more at a deflation than a pop. OpenAI did lock up 40% of the DRAM stock. Well, they locked up a whole bunch of unfiltered wafers. They just wanted to make sure other people couldn't get RAM. OpenAI doesn't have the manufacturing capability of turning the raw wafers into usable chips. They just bought that up to be able to suffocate the supply from the rest of the industry or from any kind of industry that also needs it, because they wanted to make sure that they were the most powerful. But it's looking like OpenAI is already kind of having its lunch eaten for it by Anthropic. Anthropic kind of seems to be the one that's coming out on top in modern day. And this isn't financial advice or anything. I don't participate in the stock market. When I did inherit a little bit of stock, I sold it immediately because I fucking hate that kind of stuff. I have no interest in it, but I don't think OpenAI is going to remain the AI company. I think I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think in 5 years we will know who Anthropic is, and we will know whatever the biggest Chinese industry is, whether that be DeepSeek or ByteDance or whatever. But I don't think OpenAI will even be a topic of conversation in 5 years. I think ChatGPT will just kind of be a thing that people talk about to reminisce about the early 2020s, right? In the same way we talk about Vine to represent the early 2010s, right? It's a very different thing. It's a very, very different thing. I don't trust that OpenAI is a company that knows what it's doing at all. I think as shitty as Sora was, I think Sora is a great litmus test for how they kind of don't know what they're doing, and they're just kind of trying to figure out how to quickly generate profit. Whereas it seems like Anthropic has the enterprise market, and specifically their agents, their coding agents specifically, like in the enterprise space, doing really, really well. So what are you going to do? At least Anthropic is a new megacorp, and it's not just an arm of Microsoft. Yeah, sure. But at the same time, like, thanks. Hey guys, thanks so much. Any kind of company that tries to position itself as like the humanitarian corporation always raises eyebrows from me. Because if a corporation like OpenAI is like blatantly as evil as they are, what you see is what you get, right? They want to disrupt every market. They want to make information untrustable, and they want to make everything completely automated. You know what you're getting with OpenAI. You knew what you were getting with Sora. It was Martin Luther King saying 6'7". Right? Bullshit. With Anthropic, they talk about it like how Google used to talk. Don't be evil, right? And I don't trust it because, like, look, like, you know what I mean? Whatever. Does anybody understand what I mean? Anthropic seems more suspicious because they try to position themselves like they're fucking Apple, right? Do you know what I mean? How Google used to talk. Yes, exactly. I know nothing about this company. Anthropic is one of the big AI companies right now. They're the ones behind the Claude chatbot. They're also the ones behind the recent, not recent, in the last few months, there was a big push, marketing push behind this new model that Anthropic had created that was so good at finding software vulnerabilities that they weren't going to release it to the public because it's too dangerous, but they're going to give it out to companies. Which so many people, Claude Mythos, thank you. So many people fell for, including people I respect, like Hank Green. And I'm over here like, they've done this like 8 times, right? Whenever an AI company comes out and says, what we've created is terrifying, it's a paradigm shift, and it's too dangerous to release to the public, it's marketing hype. It's bullshit. They're not saying anything that hasn't already been said. OpenAI was saying that in like 2021 when talking about fucking ChatGPT 3, right? And like, yes, apparently Claude Mythos found a vulnerability in the Linux kernel that's existed for 19 years. But what they don't tell you is how that happened, how many tokens were spent in order to be able to find that vulnerability, and exactly what the scenario was, the clean room, like how much compute was required to find it, how long it took, how expensive the machines were that it ran on. It's the way that they talk about it is if they release this model, anybody could download it, run it on a VM on a Mac Mini or something, set it up like it's OpenClaw, and it'll just start finding vulnerabilities in every piece of software you throw at it. That's not at all what it's saying. They're just lying. They're just lying. That's it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So, like, I really don't like AI. I really don't like AI. I fuck around with it sometimes because I feel like I need to know how it operates and what the industry is like, because I'm very much, like, ingrained in the video game industry, and this shit is not going anywhere, at least for a little while, right? So I need to know about it. That's just kind of how I operate. And so I do watch a handful of creators that are kind of hype-based in the AI space, and then I watch a handful of creators that are very anti-AI, and I want to get kind of the middle ground from that, right? Because, like, you know, you can listen to people that, like, proselytize for AI and hear, like, well, it's the next generation of folding proteins, and we're going to be able to come up with cancer vaccines and stuff. And it's like, yeah, maybe, but that's not at all what you're positioning these programs to do. You just want to replace middle managers and engineers, right? And every time it's actually, like, implemented on a wide scale, there's more money spent trying to fix its mistakes than actually just paying middle managers and engineers anyways. I understand that most of those people look at that like, well, it's a growth. We need to get in at the ground floor, understand the technology early so that later we can have it when it's actually working right. But that is completely dictated on if the growth is the exponential curve that they're looking at, if AGI is actually something that you can do. I'm of the belief that the technology is interesting. I'm of the belief that the technology as it exists right now could be useful in a few very specific cases, but I am also of the belief that for the most part, the companies that generate these models have hit a brick wall, which is why lately we don't hear about things like new models. Like, we haven't had a brand new public model release on the same level as ChatGPT 3 in years. And instead, we've pivoted over to working on things like agents and things, like trying to utilize the technology in different positions because they're no longer at a point where it's scalable, at least within a reasonable margin. That's why you have people going nuts with the data centers, because if you truly wanted to scale a new model that was as big of an exponential growth from ChatGPT 2 to 3, then you need like 18 Disneylands full of data centers in order to be able to make it work in the first place. And that's not going to happen. It's not going to. We do not have the technology right now to be able to realize the promises of the AI CEOs. We just don't. And I feel like they're almost like kind of signaling that the push for, I think the biggest thing is the push for Sora video generation and the push for agents were the biggest things in my head that made me think, okay, they've hit a wall. They're waiting for the next big paradigm shift, whether that be quantum, which I also think is full of lies, or whether that be some kind of new battery technology that allows for power to be consolidated a bit more. I think they hit a wall. I think the push for agents more than anything in the last 12 months has told me that the actual development and expansion of the models themselves has hit a wall. And they don't really know how they're going to continue to scale without needing to like take over every aspect of everything, period, in terms of power consumption and manufacturing. It's tough. Sorry. Oh, and then also the Chinese every once in a while comes out with something completely open source that trounces everything that the Western markets are doing. That's also very funny, right? Every once in a while, the Chinese markets will be like, we developed a thing that runs on your fucking phone. And it's like placing third up against the largest LLMs, you know? So I don't know. You know, because Sora, like they did a whole thing. There was like Sora was kind of impressive or whatever, like to an extent a little bit. But then all of a sudden you had ByteDance or whoever came out with like I forget what the other model, Quen, or I forget what it's called. But there's that other AI video model that's like blows everything Sora did out of the water. And it's just like, okay. The Chinese really, I do think that AI will likely do some good for society, but I don't think it's going to be coming from American markets. Yeah, so every time you see a new AI, SeedDance is the new Chinese video. SeedDance 2.0, that's correct. Yes, thank you. Every time you see a new AI tech, like right when everybody started playing around with the ChatGPT photo regeneration thing where everything was Studio Ghibli, or you could be like, hey, generate this image, but it's Lego, or generate this image, but whatever, right? People thought it was funny for like 5 days. And then you start seeing the patterns, the piss filter. You start seeing the patterns, you know, fine details don't look like pen strokes. They look like gibberish. And then with the video, it was like, okay, it's like it's impressive kind of for the first few days. And then you realize everyone speaks the exact same way in AI video. And you also realize that the people who are most like interested in generating AI video are not doing it for any kind of artistic merit. It's just because it makes it easier to generate slop so you can make money. And so it's the same like 10 to 15 types of content that are made over and over and over again, right? Yeah, and then Twitter has the AI porn, and then Elon has come out and been like, well, it's the same as, like photoshopping, okay, man, whatever. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Elon gave up, sold the compute to Anthropic, by the way. I've been on my ass for a month, okay? I was in Disney for like 10 days. I was at Disney World for like 10 days, and I have been at home in bed or moping or having paranoid delusional panic attacks because that's part of mono. And I lost 25 pounds. It's a true story. I lost 25 pounds in the last month. I weigh 228-ish because I got really sick. I'm not fucking with you. I'm not going to take my clothes off, obviously, but I'll stand up. I'm still chunky. But I have lost a bunch of weight. I look thinner. I know. I'm not thin. I'm still overweight, but I'm no longer like morbidly obese. So that's fun. Most of that comes from the fact that you completely lose your appetite when you have mono. Some recent acquisitions. Got this. Fallout Season 2. It came with some art cards. That's pretty cool. I got the new Yoshi game. That's back there. I did get the controller, right? I haven't used it yet. I've been sick. Like, I've genuinely been like, I feel like I'm dying. I want to Minecraft because I feel so fucking awful. Kind of sick. I've been like, I don't think I've ever been this sick before in my life. Like, it was endless. It felt like the last 3 weeks has felt like a year. I am a completely different person on the other side of this disease. And I'm still like, there's still shit that's like, there's still like shit, like my appetite is nowhere near where it used to be. And to be honest, that's probably good. That's probably okay for me. And like the only, like I have problems keeping stuff down, not to be gross, but to like keep food down or in. So I bananas, smoothies, Bolt House Farm smoothies. Bolt House Farms, you want to sponsor? I'll take your smoothies. But also, I've been drinking this because like I was told, like, you know, a little bit of this, specifically the kind of stuff that's in here, is actually kind of okay for what you're going through. It's like, oh, okay. And my local store does have this. So, yeah. But no, I am, how is it? I think it's great. It's mononucleosis. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I love cold ones. Who doesn't love cold ones? I've had it before, but I was, the new flavors were at my local grocery store and I was like, I'm gonna get that. I can buy more of it literally like 5 minutes down the road. But no, so literally what my life has been lately is just having these paranoid panic attacks, because again, that's part of it. When you have a bunch of broken brain disorders, that's part of it when you have mono. And it's not mono itself, it's you're kind of just like stuck in your own mind. Shit sucks. But this has been my saving grace. This is the most like I know I'm getting old kind of thing that I've ever done, but I am fucking obsessed. I am obsessed with this. Yeah, I've been watching the new Yankee Workshop with Norm Abrams nonstop. I'm in the last 3 weeks of me daily having panic attacks, not being able to get out of bed, throwing up, feeling like death, feeling like someone was after me, feeling like my stomach was eating itself, feeling like my head was going to fall off or explode, feeling like, oh, it's probably cancer, I'm probably dying, every day for 3.5 weeks. I became obsessed with the idea of, I want to learn how to do woodworking. So yeah, this is Norm. This is, if you're on YouTube, you can't hear it. But it's this guy. It's just this guy in a workshop who builds furniture. Genuinely my favorite television show. It's so relaxing. And this dude's just awesome. This dude is just awesome. He's like Bob Ross. Yes, exactly. It's very much like Bob Ross, only instead of painting, it's carpentry. Yes. Fucking love it. I barely played any video games through all of this. I just kept... So that show was on... That show's been off the air since like 2009. Yes, it's the guy from This Old House. I've been watching a bunch of that too. So on PBS, Public Broadcasting in the United States, there's two shows. There's a show called This Old House and then The New Yankee Workshop. Norm Abrams is the head carpenter on This Old House, and he's also the main guy on the New Yankee Workshop. And Electra has always really been into refinishing furniture. That's always been one of her big things, right? And so she's been working on this coffee table for a little while. And, you know, I really liked just sitting out in the garage while she was working on this coffee table while I was sick. And she was sick, but she didn't get anywhere near as sick as I did. And I'm still sick. Like, I'm going to end this stream and probably vomit. So that's fun. Have a panic attack, fall asleep for 18 hours. Isn't that great? But I just, like, we just talking so much about wood stain and different kinds of electrical sanders and veneers versus hardwood versus plywood versus what kinds of... do we use an oil-based stain or do we do one of those combination poly stains, or do we do a gel stain, or do we just paint? Stuff like that. And so we've been watching a lot of furniture restoration videos, and I've been watching a lot of New Yankee Workshop. And I'm just over here like, I want a table router, I want a table saw, I want a bandsaw, I want all this shit, so I can follow these videos and learn how to build furniture. Yeah, so that's been my life for the last few weeks, is just a whole lot of like, and then that, and then vomit, and then like just, I was about to say something really gross, but like just, I'm ill. I'm still pretty sick, but like, you know, what are you gonna do? But yeah, I did get the Steam controller. It cost $100. It looks like this. It's got that. Look at that. Look, it's got one of those. I haven't used it. I haven't actually used it yet. In this little this little secret compartment in the box, there's a cable. Sniff the USB port. It does smell good. You can get a whole lot of good old saws at flea markets and estate sales. Oh, we look all the time, but we just don't have the room for it right now. Now eat the puck. I'm not going to put the puck in my mouth. I do like these. These are good. These feel like good buttons. Did you see the Witcher 3 thing got announced? Like, that's been a rumor for a while now, right? This big Witcher 3 expansion. I woke up this morning to that email and I was like, oh, that's anticlimactic. I thought it'd be out this year, but I mean, I'm not complaining. So that's some good news, you know. Also, the 007 game seems to be good. That's good. That's good. Is it comfy to hold? Yes, it is. Well, kind of. I have a broken finger, so this button right there is kind of tough for me to do. I have played a little bit of stuff, a few video games. So this charging puck, I guess I could just plug it in. Looking for a USB port. So I just plug the puck in. Boo-doom. Ba-doom. Let's open Steam. Oh, Steam controller detected. Before you get in game, let's install important firmware update. Okay. Cool, it's updating. Is the puck like a wireless receiver? Oh, it's a wireless receiver and a charging station. Really? Zinc and copper? I've been taking everything you could possibly imagine. I appreciate it, though. Plug in the Steam controller. Okay. They updated the Steam Workshop UI. I thought that was in beta for a while. Like, I've seen some of that. You see, unfortunately, no matter how expensive the hardware gets, I'm gonna have to fucking buy it, which is very annoying. But I have to buy it. I'm more interested in the Steam frame. I am more interested in the Steam frame. Stop drinking sugar and drink water. There is no sugar in this. It's 1 gram of sugar, 0 added sugar. Okay, now you can plug the puck back in via USB-C. The Steam Puck is a wireless transmitter connecting your controller to your PC, and it's also a charging station. That's genius. This is the Steam button. Press it to turn your controller on. Ow! So I've been playing this. Zero Parades for Dead Spies. I've also been playing Vampire Crawlers. And I've also been playing Scritchy Scratchy. That's pretty much all I've been playing. Steam button press plus Y. Oh, wow. Yeah, that does turn it off quick. Is paid media share on? It is, but I hold the right to skip your shit if I'm not in the mood for like crazy shit today. So how is Zero Parades? It's actually fantastic, which is upsetting. Try the trackpads on Windows. How's the controller with racing games? Literally just set this thing up. I don't know. What do you think of Sandbox? I'm not a fan. Not a fan yet. Not a fan yet. Have I played any of the Resident Evil remakes or OGs? I really want to play all the Resident Evils. Maybe that could be a stream series or something. I've never played any of them. But I've watched so many videos about them. I wonder if this is up to date with my cloud save on my Steam Deck. Day 2, 950. Yeah, it feels like it is. It's not as good. It's not as good, but I don't think that anybody ever anticipated that. And I'm done just getting mad at anything. I'm done getting myself upset. Obviously, the people who made this game really, really, really wanted to make a good game, and they did. And I also find it funny that this leftist art movement got splintered into like 4 different groups, each calling themselves the true version of that group. I do find that funny. Oh, hell yeah. Go Madden! But I have been playing just an absolute fuck ton of this game. Oh. Okay, my Steam... I actually play this on the Ein Thor all the time. Alright, Cloud Boss Ashley with the $4. Yeah, so this controller's neat. It's Ashley Amber, by the way. Then why aren't you Ashley Amber? This video is not available in your country. This video is not available in my country. This video is not available in my country. Sorry. So, yeah. So what do you guys want to talk about? Ask me any... I guess this is a little bit like letting off steam. 1 round of Koth Harvest? You've got it, man. Absolutely. I like that person. Wickle 7? Let's do 1 round of Koth Harvest. Absolutely. What class do I play? What class am I playing on this 1 round of Koth Harvest? Try TF2 with the controller? No, absolutely not. Any codename TF stuff? That's the next video, so I'm not going to spoil it here. The having weapons guy? That's all of them. You want me to play Scout? I can't play Sniper. I got to play Scout. Hello, Virus Total. Yeah, I have... I pay for Virus Total to scan every process that's run on my computer. Every new process that the computer doesn't recognize from the last, I think, 7 days. All right, it's been a while, actually. About that beer I owed ya. It's me, Barney. It's me, Gordon. Barney from Black Mesa. What does Valve even do anymore? Anymore? Valve struggles. I think the biggest thing Valve does lately is struggle. Great intentions, great work ethic, bad planning, struggle. Look at all those shots I made. Look at all those body shots I made. Did I miss anything new about Codename TF? Not really. Are you able to quote the whole of Steam Hams? No. Oh my god. I'm playing dog shit right now. How fresh is Scout's milk? I don't know. I mean, the joke is that the milk has come and you know, Girardi's pissed, milk has come. Why did I do that? That was obviously not going to hit. That guy's not dead. That guy's not dead. That guy's not dead. Look at all those body shots I hit. We got the point. My goat is washed. Why does the audio sound funny? Do you think that someone's recent motivation for the MVM update has anything to do with Codename TF? It's possible. I don't think that they're related. I gotta play a better round than that. It's the first time I've heard the milk joke. Okay. Gambler's fallacy at work. I'm not losing any money. I guess I'm losing time. Oh boy. Here we go. What? Fact of the matter is, I'm kind of a tiny person. I'm real small. That's just how it goes. Hey. He's going crazy. Guys, he's going crazy. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy here, guys. I'm going crazy. Hey, crazy. Classic Scout. Oh my god. Really? We're doing this again? Oh my god. What did he say? Oh my god, there's so many spies. Oh. Yeah, I'm dead. Damn, it's the lock and load too. I think the fact that it's the lock and load saved my ass just then. Because the splash damage absolutely would have gotten me. Spy roofs. Spy roof. Spy roof. Let's fucking lock and load again. Yeah, okay. When do you think summer 2026 update will drop? June 6th. June 5th. Because that's a Friday. June 5th. Oh. Hello, Vaporeon. Hello, Mario. Damn it. Eat my whole ass. God. Okay. I'm working on it. Why does this guy have a fucking TTS talking in the background the whole time? Damn it! Did you miss streaming? Yes. Eat my whole ass. That reminds me of my childhood. Try using the trackpads as a mouse. They're excellent. Eat my shiny metal ass. Ooh, scroll. Have I heard the Judas news? Oh, that it won't be out until like 2030. I'm recycling beer. I'm recycling beer. You can change the... I can change the thing? How do I change... Do I go into big picture? Big picture, you're too loud. Grip sensors. Okay. Why there are Half-Life background noises. I don't completely understand what you're at. What is this? A blackjack game? Gambling? Blackjack-inspired roguelike deck builder. Yeah, I'm buying this. I have purchased this game. Black Jacket. Drop the controller from like 6 feet height onto a soft surface. Why? Did I finish Alan Wake 2? No. I'm not doing it. Okay. It's just gonna break it. It has to be in big picture mode. Why? Okay. You just have me dropping my new $100 controller. Find a pillow. Okay. Did it do it? I have headphones in. That was fucking stupid. What's the name of the woodworking show? The New Yankee Workshop with... It's just called the New Yankee Workshop. Oh, this isn't taking the controller well. There it goes. You ever play this game? Put the controller through its paces with one of my go-to Steam Deck games. And I got hit immediately. Have I ever thought about making my own game? No. That's not my skill set. What game is this? It's called Star of Providence. Star of Providence. I really like it. Am I using trackpads? No. I'm using joysticks. These are nice joysticks. Are these Hall Effect sticks? No, they're TMR. What is TMR? I just know Hall Effect because it's like the thing that people say. Oh, it's a newer, it's better than Hall Effect. It's a new iteration of the Hall. Really? I recommend this game. It's good. There was a period of time where Electra and I'd be in bed, and every night we'd have Little House on the Prairie on, and I'd be grinding this game out on my Steam Deck. Then we'd play Yahtzee together. Ah, fuck. The zero punctuation guy? No, we didn't play the zero punctuation guy. We played the board game Yahtzee, which we tend to do a lot. Have I played Mini Shoot Adventures? No, I've never heard of it. Boop bop bop. Boop bop boop. Boo doo boop boop. Have I played Insecure? Insecure. What is that a Half-Life thing? I probably have. Oh, I think I talked about it in a video. I'm already at 5 health. My God. Ah! Ah, shit. That really felt like the secret room. Ah! Take care of yourself. I appreciate it. Beep, boop, beep, beep. You guys ready? You guys ready? You guys aren't ready. Oh, it was underneath. Guys, are you ready? I don't think you guys are ready. Yeah, I don't think you're ready. Don't be cryptid. Oh, yeah, I have nothing. I'm just fucking with you. But even though I just told you I'm fucking with you, people are still like, are you guys ready? Like, you'll still fall for it. Let's go around the room and everybody name your favorite John Candy movie. I'll start. Uncle Buck. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Okay. Austin Powers. He was in Austin Powers? Hadn't he died by then? Spaceballs. That's a good one. Little Shop of Horrors. The Great Outdoors. No, that's a good one. That's an underrated one. The Great Outdoors is the one with the steak eating contest, right? That's the one with Dan Aykroyd. Favorite Chris Farley movie? Well, that's there's not many to choose from, unfortunately. You know, everybody would say the tire salesman one. What is that one called? Tommy Boy. Black Sheep is okay. The ninja one's kind of crap. I really liked him in which movie was he the bus driver in? It was an Adam Sandler movie. Billy Madison, that's right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Edward Scissorhands is your favorite Chris Farley movie? You know, I didn't see Edward Scissorhands for the first time until this last Christmas. Very good film. Very good movie. Oh, your favorite Burton film. Okay. Electra's favorite Burton film is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Nope. Oh, shit. Batman 89. Did Tim Burton direct the Penguin Batman? Yeah, that's a good one, too. Oh, God. This is my least favorite. Literally my least favorite. Got him. You guys should play this game. It's a good game. Game name? Oh, Star of Providence. I thought the mods changed it. Already have a Slay the Spire 2 addiction? I never got into Slay the Spire. I've tried. $14 for this is kind of a lot. There's so much content in this game. It's unbelievable. When do you think the remaining hardware will release? Very soon. I just think it's not going to do very well because of how expensive it's all going to be. Come on. There you go. All right, now I'm going back to the store. Oh boy, okay. Ah, yeah, I figured, damn it. Okay, whatever. Scalpers will eat the stock regardless of price. They likely aren't going to have much. They're likely going to use the exact same thing they did. Ooh, for the Steam controller second wave. I don't think scalpers is going to be much of a problem. Are going to be much of a problem. Scalpers even eat rat. I even eat rat. Shoot. Okay, we're gonna have to come back. Okay. Ah! I wasted all me money. No, not yet. I like this weapon. SpongeBob, me boy! Here, Mr. Squidward. Oh, fuck, I didn't see that. What's the file size of this? Like 200 megs? 200 meg griffins. Oh, okay. I can't wake him up anymore. Where was the... There it is. What is this? All right, well... Come on! Damn it! This weapon does not help with crowd control. Nope. I wonder how much I'm losing in terms of output of damage. Well, you guys ever play Pokemon? Why is it shooting off in a different direction? Hell yeah. Oh, stupid asshole, Tyler. I don't know if I like this weapon anymore. It's shooting in strange directions. Tyler, can you play Conker's Bad Fur Day? I'm the new voice actor on Turtle Talk with Crush. Righteous! What is this gun? Oh, it's a cursed gun. What is this gun? How do I check my gun? What the hell is this weapon? Anybody here like Binding of Isaac? Yeah, I like Binding of Isaac. Dylan, what is that? Bradley from Twitter, take this from a grain of salt because it's just whispers in my ear, but I was told a figure for Valve's estimated price they'd have to starting... It was still higher than today's Steam Deck prices, and that was 2 months ago. Guess who's going to message Bradley now? By the way, Dylan, what's your PayPal? Hey, thanks for the follow. I could have avoided that. Why didn't I avoid that? What was that noise? Okay. Fuck, I didn't see it. Oh, boy. Man, it's like playing Frogger for 8 hours. Uh-oh. Oh, that was awful. They're putting RAM in cars? What is the world coming to? We're putting RAM in cars? Oh boy. Ah. Ah! Okay, stage 2. This guy's got 3 stages. Valve should go to Ram Ranch. Gabe Newell at Ram Ranch? He'd have a great time. 18 naked cowboys in the showers at Ram Ranch. Ooh. Final level of the run. Would be really cool if I beat a run just sitting here on stream, playing it on stream for the first time. But probably not, because the final boss always kicks my ass. Have I beaten this before? Oh, yeah. That was so dog shit. Thank you for the follow. It doesn't say your name for some reason. Blanketity. Thank you for the follow. Not a fan of weapons that take ages to reload. Oh, this mini boss is no fucking joke. Yeah, okay. There's my revive. Oh, come on! Oh, I flew into the fire. You know, I would absolutely love some health right now. Oh boy. I do not need max ammo anymore. Okay. Not the most entertaining stream right now, but I'm on a good run. First thing I'm playing on the Steam controller. I got a hack to get to the weapons? No, not with this little ammo. Or health, I mean. Yo, Seraph Rakov, how many months is that for you? Soup, 95 months. Oh my god. How many years is that? You see, I'm doing all this oh, that was a mistake. I'm doing all this crazy shit. I do not have enough health. I don't have enough bombs. I don't have enough anything to take down the enemy, the boss. I have to try and hack. Okay. Yep. 7.9 years. That guy's been subbed for 7.9 years. So since 2018? A month short of 8. Yeah, so since 2018. Anyways, yeah, it's a good game. That's a great game. How's the Steam controller feeling? It feels like a Steam Deck in my hands. Feels like a Steam Deck without a screen. Look at all these freaking look at all these people who want to be my friend. No. Has anybody sent me a trade offer? I'm getting there. No trade. No, I haven't. I don't think I've done a trade offer in ages. Gold Spoon, 63 months, tier 1. Thank you so much. I have a lot of video games on this account. 3,620. It's a lot of video games. Beastmaster, 37 months. I'm excited for the new Witcher 3 expansion that got announced today. Big. I'm a dumbass when it comes to CD Projekt Red. I fucking love CDPR. So anything CDPR does, absolutely. Any interest in Mina? Oh, is that from the Shovel Knight people? The thing that looks like Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages? Mina the Hollower. Yeah, this game does look sick as hell. Yeah, I'll probably play that on deck. Or on the Ein Thor. He lost weight. Yeah, mono does that. When you get really sick, you can lose 25 pounds in 3 weeks. I lost, yeah. What's the genre of Mina? I figure it's like a Zelda game. Greetings from Siberia. Serbia. Yahtzee did a review on that today. Did he like it? Oh my god, are these Australian prices? System Shock 2023 is a cool game. That's one of the games I want to play. The game I've been wanting to get into is this one, Crimson Desert. I've also wanted to put some time into the Metro series, which I haven't really put a whole lot of time into. I want to finish this game. This game's pretty good. Literally just bought this because it looked good. He was lukewarm on it? Okay. Who's Luke? There's a lot of good games I want to play. There's so many. There's too many games is the thing. There's way too many good games. Right? Like, you know, the world sucks and all that, but there are so many good fucking games out there. There really are, like, so man. This is another one I want to get into. That one I really want to play, the Metaphor Refantasio. I put so many hours in this one. This one was great. Hall of Torment is considered... UFO 50 is considered an RPG? Some boomer shooters. This just... Yeah, Gravelord came out. Mouse came out. Starship Troopers came out. Oddcore I've heard good things about. This is very good, Captain Wayne. I played some of this. This was good. Bolt Gun 2 got a demo. Marathon 2026. Me and Hugo played Marathon every night for like a week. It was okay. It's not really like my thing, really. But we played a little bit of it. Have I heard of Road to Vostok? Sounds familiar. I do not own it. Tyler, want to give it a shot with Season 2? Season 2 drops soon. Looks very good. Maybe. I'll see how I feel. Road to Vostok. Early access. Single-player survival. Post-apocalyptic border zone between Finland and Russia. Stalker, Tarkov, Metroid, DayZ. I'll wishlist it. I'll probably wait until it's out. It's the Godot Tarkov. Have I played Deltarune? I played Chapter 1. I haven't put any more time into Deltarune. You've been in a Mega Man a bunch lately ever since light came up on that new game coming out. Yeah, it's alright. Mega Man is cool. I've never beaten a Mega Man game. But I did play a lot of Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo when I was a kid. Have I played Half-Life before? Yeah, a little bit. Here and there. Not a whole lot. Bill Wirtz wants to get off the map. Yeah, I saw that. I watched that twice. HLX morale at an all-time low, not gonna lie. I mean, yeah, but there's nothing really I can say or do that'll change that. Valve has to do something. Like, I have given all of the information that there is to give on the topic, and I've spent 2 years talking about it. So, Summer Games Fest stream next week. Yep. Yeah, we're going to stream State of Play. We're going to stream the Xbox Showcase on the 7th, and we're definitely going to stream SGF. Yeah. As for the other shows, probably not, but I will do those 3 shows. HLX will happen. HLX will happen. Yeah, we just don't know when. We do not know when it'll be. Oh well. Tyler, play my demo in the workshop, please. No, not right now. Steam Machine info at SGF? Yeah, maybe. I think that's possible. That might be what Keeley is teasing with the Steam stuff, you know. I miss when AI was a thing with my video game enemies, not to use to destroy the global market and environment. AI is still a thing, and like, you know, I know what you mean, but I try not to get myself too down about it anymore. When's the next Passionate Gamer episode? When I feel at my best. When I feel, so probably next month. And then we'll be back to it every other week. The Passionate Gamer is my favorite thing that I do, and it will be the main thing I do post HLX, but it just takes so much effort and energy, and I don't have that kind of energy right now because I'm so spent from mono. But it'll be back soon. I can't see Valve going to SGF with crazy high price. Yeah, that's true. Going to a showcase to announce a thing that you know everybody's going to be disappointed and pissed off about is, yeah, that's a good point. But who knows, man? Enjoyed your Half-Life 3 and Valve's Own Words video. Thank you. Thank you. That was the final episode of a series that we will be editing all together and adding in a few extra little tidbits of new information that weren't in the Miro board to make the ultimate Miro episode. I honestly think they're going to take a loss on it. They will not be taking a loss on it. No. The machine is going to be expensive. The machine will be out of reach of most consumers. It's unavoidable. And the frame will be even more than the machine. So I can take this off my desk because I got this on my desk. Is what Bradley was talking about on Twitter? Well, Bradley probably heard something from somebody, but it's the new pricing of the Steam Deck. I'm sorry guys, if that doesn't tell you directly exactly what the hell is going to happen, then you're either delusional or in denial or an idiot or all three. I mean, I love you either way, but come on, it's going to be out of reach of most people. Did you see the latest Squared Eyes video? I don't know who that is. It literally makes no sense to buy then. That's correct. And that's the core of the problem. Hey Tyler, I wish there was a way to see the features to interact with the Passionate Gamer. Well, that's a Twitch exclusive thing. It's not on YouTube, and you're watching on YouTube, so that's probably part of it. And also, this isn't a Passionate Gamer show, so that stuff is turned off. It makes no sense to release right now. At the price point they need to release it at, you're correct. But they're still going to, because they announced it and they've been working on it for ages. You've got mail. Yeah. Thanks, AI. Thanks, Orange Man. It's more than just AI and Orange Man, but yeah, you're right. I know. Quick question. Do you think Valve increased the Steam Deck price by 45% despite... Okay, so Vital Bird on YouTube's asked the question, why do you think Valve increased the price of the Steam Deck by 45% with the top-of-the-line model, despite RAM/storage prices not having increased by that much over the past month? Because they have increased by that much since the release of the Steam Deck OLED. Right? You're talking about, okay, in the past month, RAM prices haven't risen 45%. But the Steam Deck OLED has been selling at a price that they set in, like, what, 2023? 2024, 2023? You're looking at it much shorter term than it actually is. People heavily buying into it. There's so much panic buying of LLM services because they don't want to be left behind. Yeah. Yeah, since the Steam Deck OLED came out, we've had like double inflation. You're correct. You're correct. Thankfully, I've got my Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte at the original price, like years ago. In, I think 2024, I bought it. And that's the sad thing. It's a fantastic piece of hardware. It's amazing. It's incredible. Consumer hardware is no longer in the reach of most consumers, and that's really, really sad. Of the many times not working on a project with a deadline has come to bite Valve in the ass, this is the one time that bites back really hard. Yeah, they gave themselves a public deadline, and Valve Time had a different idea. Yeah, Steam Deck OLED's fantastic. I also love the Ein Thor. That's another device I use quite a bit. That's another thing that's getting the price are going up real crazy, real fast. And there's really nothing you can do about it. As a consumer, I mean. It's slow. The OLED Steam Deck? Yeah. It's like a souped up base PS4. You got yours for $850 USD. The price of the Steam Deck OLED 1 terabyte at launch was $650. And I bought that using mostly Steam wallet funds from like items that people have traded me over the years. Because that's part of the fun of buying things on Steam is you can use like TF2 items and crates and stuff to pay for it. That's not going to happen this time. Yeah, it's like, you know, after what Bradley said, I think I'm sorry guys, I think the Steam machine is going to be $9.99. I think the Steam machine might be $9.99. And if the Steam machine is $9.99, then the Steam frame is going to be over $1,000. Machine $8.99, frame $9.99. Maybe. Why are you so confident they won't take a loss? Because they never do. They never have. That's not how they work. Do you think HLX will cost $80? No, I don't think the game will be very... I think the game will be $60. But, like... But they were never in a situation like this. Yes, that's true. But... I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Sorry, but no. I don't think Valve's taking a loss. That's never been how they operate. I understand that right now is like... But no, I don't think so. I'm calling it now. $1,000 for the Steam machine. $1,000 plus for the Steam frame. They totally could to an extent. Guys, it's going to be $1,000 for the Steam machine, $1,000 plus for the Steam frame. That's my prediction. You like RPGs? Have I played Kingdom Come? No, I have not. That's another one that I want to play. That's kind of a baseless claim, though. Okay. You're right. But the writing is on the wall for this one, guys. Steam Deck is using Zen 2, slow GPUs, slow LP DDR5, and Gen 3 SSD. I can't imagine it being 900 to 1,000. Yeah. I think the absolute lowest the Steam machine will be is $900. I think the absolute lowest the Steam machine will be is $899. I think the absolute lowest the Steam frame will be $999. But realistically, I think it's $999 machine, $1099 or $1199 for the machine for the frame. I think that's unavoidable at this point. The Steam frame has no reason to be more expensive than the Steam machine. Maybe. It is ridiculous at this point. Steam machine and Steam frame towards devs makes more sense than selling them. Yeah. Yeah, Valve's already knee-deep in the promises for the expected release window. You're correct. You are correct. Why are people expecting the Steam frame to be cheaper than the Index at launch? Because people are struggling. They want the thing, and they don't want to be priced out of the market for it. Because people want to participate, because people like Valve, and because people want to, you know... Because Valve said so? That's true. Valve shouldn't have said that. Okay, why is Redoing not available in my country? I'll just play redoing somewhere else. Do you expect an update on the Steam Machine before the end of June? I expect an update on the Steam Machine in the first week of June. Yeah. With the Steam Deck price increases, we are days away from them saying something. The index was for the full kit, like with the trackers and the controllers and the headset, it was $1,000. Tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday, isn't it? It could be tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's because I'm on a VPN. I think the expectation of lower VR prices is because Meta decreasing the amount of people value VR. Well, yeah, the Quest is sold at a massive loss. That is true. But Meta is not super into... They don't seem to... They don't seem to be super interested in VR much anymore. Tyler, real talk, how does your room smell? Like, nothing. It doesn't. If you left in cam back in an hour, would you be happy? Yes. I only ask sometimes my frog is very farty smelly. All right, man. Yeah, after Meta couldn't make the metaverse work, it doesn't seem like they give much of a shit about the Quest anymore. And to be honest, I'm going to be very glad to replace my Meta Quest 3 with a Steam frame as a daily driver headset. Steam Machine price announcement with HLX announcement at the same time would make the situation better for the PR. Not this time it won't. Not this time it won't. No, it would actually hurt. Two things would happen. Number one, the game will overshadow the hardware immediately, and you combine that with the fact that the price is out of reach of most people, it's like the hardware doesn't exist at all. It defeats the purpose. When we were in a situation where it was something that everybody could realistically afford, yes, having the game at the same time just adds to the excitement, and we're going to get, it's bundled together, it's all one thing. But now that it's a situation where the bulk of people that wanted it when it was announced can't afford it, announcing the game at the same time, even if the game isn't exclusive to the hardware, will confuse some people into thinking, oh, cool, and now I can't afford to play Half-Life 3. Do you know what I mean? It's not a good idea. It's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? I hate my Quest 2. Okay. I genuinely haven't played VR in like a year. It's been a while. I had to AFK for a bit. I apologize. Are we expecting hardware announcements tomorrow? No, we're not expecting anything. We could hear something tomorrow because of the Steam Deck prices happening today, but... I feel like the overshadowing the hardware price issue with HLX would happen anyways from the console side. No, if the hardware is something that everybody could afford, then they're kind of on equal ground. Obviously, one is going to be more important than the other. But if it was like also the Cube and people could afford both, it's just a celebration of Valve in general. If one is completely out of reach and then you talk about this other thing, a lot of people will just kind of naturally combine the two and assume one is required for the other. And it'll be the same thing as Half-Life Alyx, where it's like, oh, I need this $1,000 index plus a really big computer in order to play Half-Life Alyx. It's a different... No. Besides financial stuff, are there other reasons why VR isn't incredibly popular? The hardware is more limited than people want it to be right now. The human body is more limited than we currently understand and can utilize. There isn't as much as you can do that people enjoy and don't find annoying after a while with the medium. And there's just nothing, like, to this day, there really hasn't been a thing that has truly sold VR to the general public more than, like, Beat Saber and Gorilla Tag, I guess. VR chat, unfortunately, has the stigma of being fetish adjacent, and that definitely makes normies a bit suspect of it. Scrub Thillin, 57 months, Twitch Prime. Thanks so much. Holy shit, really? No routers made outside of US. Steam frame is going to cost a truckload. What are you talking about? When are the HLX waiting rooms going to return? When we have something to wait for. Doesn't the dongle take the place of a router? Yeah, I thought it did. They're banning routers made outside of the US. I don't know if the dongle would legally qualify as a router. Okay. Has the ban gone through yet, though? Or could Valve, like, grandfather themselves in somehow? You can't grandfather in if you're not shipped yet. Has the ban, has this, like, I don't know much about the router ban, but, like, has that gone through? Oh, okay. That's cool. Why are we talking about routers? Because the VR dongle that's attached to the Steam frame might be a problem. Do you have any idea when controller reservations should be coming in? I got mine. This was a controller reservation purchase. Yeah, from the time I purchased to the time I had the box in hand was like maybe 2 days. It doesn't take very long. The shipping is very fast. I'm sorry you're still waiting for your email. You'll get it. I got my controller day one before the whole reservation fiasco. If it was the dongle for the frame being considered a router, that leaves a lot of other devices with dongles that'd be classified as routers. I think it's just a wireless communication thing, you know. I mean, Valve would more than likely be able to get an exception, but I have a feeling that the quote-unquote exception would also come with some form of fee. Are you going to be buying the hardware devices when they release? I have to. It's for my job. But if the combined total of both exceeds $2,000, then I have to pick one. And if by the way, if I had to pick one, I'm picking the frame. I am going to pick the frame over the machine. Do you think the price increase is Valve testing the waters for new hardware pricing? Not testing the waters. It's they're saying it out loud. They're telling people like, hey. Yeah, they're not testing anything. It's adjusting to market price. I agree with that. Yeah. I mean, it is, but who the fuck is going to enforce the law on a controller dongle? The FCC. The FCC will. The FCC will. Yeah, they would be very strict with that. We're never going to see a Steam Deck 2. It won't be for a long time. It won't be for a long time. I don't think we're going to be seeing new hardware from Valve after this for a long time. I do think that a lot of the movements that are going on in the tech industry in order to be able to surveil as much as possible is happening very, very quickly because everybody kind of understands that come November, everything is going to freeze.
Tyler.
Yeah.
We're going outside.
Okay. All right. I'll wrap up here. What's going to happen is the midterms are going to go so in the other direction that you're not going to... It won't result in things changing. It'll result in just gridlock. Do you know what I mean? I don't think things will fundamentally change, but I do think that things will just come to just screech to a halt. Because of infighting and stuff. So you know, what happens in November? American midterms, American political midterms. Yeah, deadlock, sure. I think that, you know, they're just trying to get as much done as quickly as they can before they actually get some kind of pushback from some form of governance, voted governance. But at the same time, the powers that be, if they want to do something, they're going to do it, you know? And all of the movements that exist feel like something that they just want to do, you know? And so I don't have advice or anything on how to, like, fight the power, because I don't really think you can when it comes to electronics. If you want to be an individual who interfaces with electronics, computers, that kind of stuff, odds are it's going to get a lot more difficult and a lot weirder in the next few years. You know, it'll be very different. And that sucks, but I don't know how to square that circle for myself. So but yeah. I think that we're just in a weird, we're in a very weird time. We're in a very weird time. I have a lot of opinions on this that I'm going to keep to myself, but, you know, the internet is I do think the internet is kind of gone too far. I think the internet is not inherently evil, but I think that it is becoming, it's like moving into that space. And I think that a lot of what exists on the internet as quote unquote entertainment or distraction is like kind of nefarious in nature nowadays. It's, you know, it's complicated. You know. I think part of getting older for me, because I'm 29, I turned 30 in less than a year. Part of getting older is realizing just how, I don't want to say evil the things around you are, but as I've gotten older, I've become significantly more suspicious of people and systems and things. And I've also become a lot more apathetic. I've become a lot more apathetic about a lot. So I don't know. Like, I don't know. I care about a very small thing, a very small sphere of stuff. And, you know, I spent the majority of my 20s all of my 20s in a terrible, terrible headspace with, you know, being terrified of everything and everyone and constantly feeling like I needed to be informed on everything. And then realizing that the whole process and the whole idea of you have to be informed on everything is in itself part of the manipulation, you know. And, you know, there's a bunch of other stuff with, like, you know, betting markets and sports books and casinos and the stock market and stocks and bonds and trading and adult content and all of the pitfalls and weird, I'm going to say, funneling that it seems to be doing to people. And I don't know. There are fun corners. I completely agree. And it's in the same way that when people say, you know, the best thing you can do is just try to support your local community, try and build something with the people around you. The same thing can be said, you know, through virtual spaces as well, your virtual communities. And that includes acceptance and forgiveness and understanding and trying to see people eye to eye, and maybe like communication and trying to find a middle ground, and, you know, trying to understand that sometimes people don't do things because they're inherently evil, but because they've been manipulated and maybe they need help, shit like that. You know, maybe people are the way that they are because they themselves have been through just as much, if not more, than you have. And so maybe they're just hurt, or maybe they're just confused and hurt, or dealing with a lot. You know, I try not to dwell too much on it anymore. You know, what IEMs do you use? These are Sennheisers. They were $100. You're going to have a kid one day, and you're going to stop caring about 95% of what's wrong with the world and focus on the good things. I'm already starting to get there. IE 200s, I assume, then, thanks. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. Tyler, this stream is still a space on the internet that's free from what you're pointing out. I appreciate you saying that. Send me money. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm gonna start seeing a therapist again soon and just work on some stuff. But, you know, there are aspects of the internet that I used to look past that as an adult, as like an older person, I'm like, you know, I'm not willing to accept anymore. And there's also stuff that, you know, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I just don't. And it's not it's not apathy to the point where, like, I've just lost hope and I don't give a shit anymore. It's more just there is beauty and goodness all around me in my personal space. All of the evil, all of the bad, right, is coming from these rectangles that are in my pocket. All the bad is coming out of these rectangles. All these rectangles. Right? I have an absolutely fucking incredible wife. I have a great family, and there's a lot of baggage and trauma and abuse and all this nonsense that you go through when you're a kid. But you only get one fucking family, you know. I have great brothers. You know. The rectangle is just the messenger, to be fair. That's true. That is true. But, you know. What are you going to do? My YouTube algorithm right now is furniture restoration videos, woodworking videos, This Old House and the New Yankee Workshop episodes from PBS, cooking videos, things like Mr. Sausage, Ordinary Sausage, and last meals and things like that, and lots of animal videos. Maya, the Alvea Sanctuary. If you want to watch some good shit, like good people doing good shit, Alveus Sanctuary, Maya Higa. One of the best, if not the best, people on YouTube, period. Period. Mr. Sausage, Ordinary Sausage is a great one. Somebody said the MRE guy, Steve 1989. That guy's cool. I like that guy a lot. The Kevin Richardson Foundation, Lion Whisperer TV. That's a great one. And then there's great tech tubers that are just great people, like, or they seem like good people. I don't want to have that parasocial thing. LGR has always been somebody I watch. Accursed Farms, Ross Scott, always been somebody I watch. But in the last few years, Technology Connections is like my favorite YouTube channel. Technology Connections. Technology Connections is like probably my favorite YouTube channel, period. I think that dude's name is Alec. Technology Connections is the fucking best. So I watch a lot of him. I watch a lot of what's the fucking guy's name? The iPod guy. Dank Pods. The Australian. I watch him a lot. I watch his buddy James, whom I'm Discord friends with. He's a cool guy. He's given me some feedback on Passionate Gamer Program. Bringus, of course. Bringus is a good friend, though. There's excellent stuff out there, and there's excellent stuff about just like the world not being completely dog shit. And the big thing about that is Maya, Alveus Sanctuary. I love how Maya she just wants to educate. She just wants people to appreciate and understand animal well-being, animal welfare, wildlife preservation. Fucking love her. She's awesome. Retro and niche tech people is great. Technology Connections used to be mostly that, but now it's like every other video is either about combustion engines, electric cars, or the refrigeration cycle, and I will watch every single one of those. Oh, and Smosh. Modern Smosh is great too. Modern Smosh is fucking great. Angela Giratana and Amanda Lee and Canto are some of the funniest fucking people on the internet. Period. If you don't watch Modern Smosh, you should give it a chance. Especially if they have Amanda and Angela in it. And if there's a video with Amanda, Angela, Shane, and then like, I don't know, Chance or Spencer or Tommy or something, like, that's gonna be a good ass video. Vinesauce Joel. I love Joel more than Vinny, but I'm also friendlier with Joel than Vinny. Those are good guys. Obviously, Germa. I really hope he's doing okay. I'm glad to see that he's streaming again. Oh, yeah, and Cathode Ray Dude I watch sometimes. Cathode Ray Dude's okay. I watch him sometimes. There's quite a few of them now. The retro YouTuber type people now. I watch Action Retro. I watch Science Elf, but he doesn't upload very often. Dan Oct 1, I've not heard of him before. There's a lot of excellent YouTube content out there. It's just, you have to really work hard to build your algorithm to recommend what you actually want, right? Fammy, yes. Oh, God. Yeah, sorry, Fammy. I'm sorry, Fammy. Yeah, Fammy's phenomenal at what she does. Another friend of mine, though. There are so many amazing. Oh, Warlocracy. I do watch that dude. I'm just gonna look at my sub. I'm gonna look at my sub list real quick. Okay, Accursed Farms, Action Retro, Admiral Gorg. This guy does videos about On Cinema, the Tim Heidecker show. That's a good channel. After, the band, Retro Ahoy, Alvea Sanctuary Highlights, Alvea Sanctuary Clips, Anonymous, Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. That's another good one. Anti-Donna, Bill Wirtz, Billy Cobb, Bringus, Breadman, Civi 11, Clown Core, Cold Ones, Coldplay, Complexity, Connor O'Malley, Corey Latto, Crobe Cat, Dank Pods, Devin Palmer, Doom Kid, Drawn Out, Drew Gooden, Elliot Rogers, The Engineer Guy. The Engineer Guy is fucking phenomenal. Fammy, Folding Ideas, Furniture Fables with Andy, Furniture Flippa with Jamie, Gaming Historian, H Bomber Guy, Homestar Runner, Hot Dad, Jenny Nicholson, German 985, Jim Browning, John Romero, John Bringus, Kaze Emunar, Eminar, Keeg Kills Reality, Kyle Bossman, LGR, Manjular. Manjular does the Ultima stuff, like the real long form Ultima stuff. Man Carrying Things, Maya, Neil Ciceriga, Nerl, Nerrel, that's my favorite Nintendo YouTuber, period. Nile Blue, Noodle, Ordinary Sausage, They Might Be Giants, Red Letter Media, Retro Game Mechanics Explained, Shoenick, Simple Flips, Skyman Slash, Smosh, all the Smosh channels, Spencer from Smosh, his channel, Star, Steve 1989 MRE, Stop Killing Games, Technology Connections, the Anti-Donna Podcast, Game Grumps, The Grumps, The Lemon Twigs, The Retro Collective, The Science Elf, The Video Game History Foundation, Vinesauce Joel, Donkey, Vlog Brothers, Warlocracy, Wayne Radio TV, and another Maya channel. Those are my subs. Pan and Coic 2012. I mean, I watched the Watch for Rollin' Rocks 0 A presses or half an A press or whatever. Warlocracy, I love Warlocracy. He's like the only dude that'll talk about the OG Fallout mods. All right, hold on. I just missed a fucking phone call from Electra. There's one other channel that I've been watching. I wasn't subscribed to, and I should be, because it's my favorite furniture restoration channel. Not that Cauliflowers 05. Not really. Oh, Defunct Land and Yesterworld Entertainment. I've been watching a lot of them. Hank Green I watch. But there's this furniture guy. It's Monster City, I think. Mad City Modern. That's my favorite furniture restoration guy. Mad City Modern. That's another good one. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to me ramble for the last 3 hours. I appreciate it. Peace and air grease, everybody. If there's news, if we get hardware news tomorrow, I will be live. If not, I'll probably still be live, but we're just going to be playing games and stuff because I want to get back into being able to talk for a long time. All right. Bye.